I've been sailing and surfing the coast of Israel since around 1974. Primarily sailing sailing and also motorized boats. So that's over, it's close to 45 years now, actually over 45 years. Usually we had like a good 4 to 6 weeks of very strong northerly winds, which are perfect. And they would start in the early afternoon at about 12, 13 knots and get up to 20 knots, which is perfect for windsurfing. Someone who windsurfs today does not know that there was a time 20 years ago or 30 years ago when there were these consistent northerly winds in the transition periods, you know, in the autumn and the spring. They do not exist anymore. We all know that. We talk about it. The winds have changed. It's a fact. It's not out there somebody talking about Greenland or Antarctica or glaciers in New Zealand receding. It's here.
It represents the unknown.
Everything is unknown. So it's not that I'm concerned about the unknown, because tomorrow is unknown right now, and I try to be focused on what's happening today. I think it's more like there are some things that are there. There's air, there are trees, there's the ocean, there's snow, there are northerly winds in the, and at certain times of the year. And these are some of the things that I don't see that I did not take into consideration. They were the stuff that changed. I'm quite analytical. My undergraduate studies are in mathematics, and I follow functions in data analytics. That these things tend to you change something very small in the climate, you don't know what the repercussions are all over places. So it has become something that is concerning, that we don't have a lot of control over. The known part about it is, if I grew up and didn't experience World War I or World War II like my parents or grandparents, or the Depression like my grandparents, my kids will have to experience this climate change. The long term is an issue. I always like it. Again, I don't like it. I don't like going and when I go to places and one of the main things is, there used to be here a lot of snow and now there isn't, or never seen it rain like this. It's never been so hot. But it's part of what has happened. It's part of the game. You protest on something in politics, even if the bad guys win in the elections, but still you did your part, and you see some kind of result. With this, it's like it's so far out there that it's sort of challenging on the whole aspect of feeling some kind of results. I think we can solve it technology-wise if we put our minds in and invest in it. That's number one, and it's big bucks. But if we put our minds in and money in it, the second one, it's just like any other kind. It's an ad campaign. But we have to brand the climate as part of our. If it's in the U.S., I don't know. It's like, this is the American way, and if it's in Israel, this is what we do in Israel. And if it's in the UK, and if it's in Singapore, and if it's in China, it doesn't matter. It has to be branded appropriately. Just like, hey, cigarettes are really bad for us, but they're it's Coca-Cola. It's a great brand. People drink it, so let's brand this, doing the right thing for the climate. So, yeah.